Hello guys, how's it going? I'm doing this during the daytime because I can't be bothered at night time anymore. Just an update on what I'm going to be doing with the channel. Not a lot, I'm afraid. I have become a little bit uninterested in doing the paranormal at the moment. Not saying I won't ever, do paranormal again, but for now, I'm just having a bit of a long break because nothing's really happening in here. I don't feel hardly any energies in here whatsoever. I've got no money to go out and do anything. To be honest, going out on your own can be a little bit dangerous. Especially at night time. You know me, I don't like going out at night. Andrew. So yeah, I just don't feel that nothing's going on here in my flat at the moment. I do get a few weird sensations time to time, but nothing to complain or worry about. Sometimes I might see a glance, corner of the eye, shadow figure. I might hear some noises, but nothing like I used to. It has kind of gone dead quiet, very dead quiet. Um, so what I'm going to do is carry on as I'm at the moment, doing no paranormal whatsoever. As you can probably be well aware, let me see when I was last on. Quite a while ago, weren't it? I think. Just doing a normal live channel. About 4 weeks ago, I was doing a webcam test, but that was supposed to have been on my other channel. I have had a few issues with the webcam lately and the microphone. So I have been doing a lot more gaming than anything else. I've been playing a game called The Call of the Wild Angler, and I've been playing quite a bit more of that actually. Um, I have been looking at some other games, kind of thing, which might kind of pique my interest. But the thing is, most of them are multiplayer, and I don't like doing multiplayer with anyone. I've been screwed over in the past with people, and that caused a lot of stress and drama, as we all know. And that stopped me from doing gaming for a few years. Stopped me doing the paranormal for a few years. Stopped me doing quite a few things for a few years. The only thing I did seem to get out and do was me bushcrafting. And I've not been up there for, about 2 months now. I do need to go up there, though, to get my camera, the memory card and change it. The battery's over. Because I do like to keep an eye out, on what's going on up there. I've had a few, little trespassers up there. Not the ponies, but, people. But some of the people being, relatives of Ron. So, it's not too bad. I do need to start doing some work up there because, the camp is beginning to fall apart. There's gaps you can see appearing, all the mud. Because I used to go, when I built it up, I've done a mud packing. Then I went round with concrete and plaster and sand, and then kind of covered that all over. But over the last couple of years, it's kind of started to deteriorate, and there is work that needs to be doing to it. But I can't be going up there at the moment because it's just way too hot. I don't want to be going up there and sweating like a pig, like I've been doing lately. Even when I go out to a car boot fair, I'm sweating like a car, like a roasted pig. So when the weather gets a little bit cooler, I'll probably be going up there. I was planning to spend a night over there, when we had the longer daytime periods, but that never really happened. I just couldn't be bothered to go out there, to be honest with you. I've kind of lost a lot of interest in a few things, actually. Me paranormal, I'm losing interest in that. Don't mean that I won't come back to it next year. Probably will do. With bushcrafting, I've kind of lost interest in that. in metal detecting, kind of like losing a little bit of interest on that. In magnet fishing, losing a little bit of interest in that as well. The problem is it's all cost. It's all cost. And people might say, well, you've been going out and buying games and shit like that, why do that, kind of. Because I think, like, you do lose interest in certain things and then you start piquing interest in other kind of things. Like, I'm not harming anyone, when I go out and do things, I'm sitting here, kind of on my own, being quiet, playing some gaming, which I'm enjoying because it's kind of relaxing. But when you got them bees upstairs, running around banging about, it does kind of like lose your concentration and you think, oh Christ, here we go again, and then like you do get a little bit, cross and angry, and like you want to go out there and, punch someone in the face or something. But I'm not a violent person, I sometimes I like shout, can you shut up, and like, I don't know if they hear me shouting out, but eventually it does kind of quiet down. And I'll be honest with you, it has quieted down quite a bit up there. You don't get as much noise up there than I used to. At some stage, it used to be like from 7 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock at night. It used to be that bad. But it has kind of quieted down. I can hear people walking around, but, you can't stop people walking around, can you really? They've got to move from one room to the other. They need to go and eat and drink. They need to go to the bathroom, have a wash or whatever kind of thing, they need to do things. So you can't tell them, you can't do it. I just went to the bathroom and I just like kind of like cleaning up a little bit because I kind of like woke up at 1 o'clock today. And then like someone over the back there started playing really loud music. And I thought, oh, fuck's sake, this is what I really want, after waking up. I'll show that, can you turn that fucking shit music down? And no, it's still blasting, I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but I had to shut my bedroom window because it's just annoying, listening to people's music. I can't stop people playing music, but it does get annoying. I've always said to myself, if I had the money, I'd move from here. I'd move out in the country somewhere. Now, I am one of the people who don't like to be on my own and like, I need people around me, and I don't get that though, even with my own family, like they don't really, apart from my daughter, Jessica, she sometimes contacts me on Facebook. A couple of weeks ago, she said, where are you? I'm getting concerned, you ain't dead, are you? And I said, no, I'm all right, where can I communicate you? I'm dead, I can always go and haunt her. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? I go and haunt my daughter. But no, I'm just like not getting anything here whatsoever. It has gone very quiet. I'm not getting the noises. I'm not getting the sounds. I'm not getting like as much shadowy figures I used to see and hear. Well, you can't hear a shadow figure, but you know what I mean. I used to see at the corner of my eye, a shadow figure, or I could see my door moving slightly, or the cat go crazy. And the cat's been okay lately. She's still like a scared little shit as she normally is, but she's not as bad as she used to be. She still shits on the floor and pukes up everywhere, but she doesn't run around like she normally does, and she is at the back underneath the chair. But yeah, I kind of like, I've not lost interest in the paranormal 100%. It does get boring when nothing's happening, and I'm not going to spend time on here, trying to communicate with something when there's nothing here, you know. I don't know how to conjure up stuff, and I wouldn't really want to conjure up anything, because like conjuring up something could cause, a lot of problems. You don't know what you could conjure up. You might conjure up something positive and friendly, or you might conjure up something like evil and demonic, and like, it could wreck you. It could like do so much damage, it'd be impossible to get rid of it. and I'm not that kind of person who can actually go into that kind of stuff. You know, I ain't got no one to go out and do paranormal with. No, it's fun. When I used to go down to what's the name's house? I can't explain what his name there. Pete, Paranormal Man. I used to like, you know, it used to be fun going down there, but even going down there sometimes I kind of like had my doubts, you know. And sorry, Pete, I did have my doubts sometimes, you know. I'm coming up, you know, I'm being truthful now. I had my doubts at some of the things, you know. You know, just looking back on some of the videos, I'm thinking, well, you know, was that really real? You know, because you know, I don't want to put the guy down, but it seems like some of those videos that we captured looked a little bit suspicious, but I can't prove it, you know. It could be real. It could look a bit, you know, suspicious to some people. I'm not going to go through the videos. There's only a couple. But it used to be fun when we used to be able to get out and do stuff like when we went down to Shevenoff Castle, the monastery, you know, Puckley Village, you know, going out and doing stuff that used to be, you know, a lot more interesting, but doing his home, you know, it kind of did get a little bit boring eventually. And then we kind of like stopped communicating for a while. And sometimes he might come on and say hello to me, either on here on my gaming channel. It's a shame that, you know, we hadn't lost friendship, I don't think. So we don't communicate with each other like we used to. You know, he's moved on. I think he's moved to another location as well. So it's a shame that things do come to an end in one way. And I'm not saying, you know, my channel's going to come to an end. You know, the channel's still going to be here. It's still going to have the videos there. I still even pop on and do a coffee time chat every now and then, as and when I want to. You know, kind of. I'm not going to put myself out and do a coffee time chat when there's no one here to watch and listen. You know, the channel has gone very quiet. I don't get as many people on here as I used to. I'm not going to waste my time, my effort, and my energy doing a live stream when there's no one here. It's just pointless, you know. Yeah, I still get views like, you know, one that 400 4 weeks ago. You know, coffee time went about OVO. You know, I had 101 views on that. Return of my coffee time chats, you know, 121 views. That's a month ago. Another rant time about the gas meter, 65. Haunting experiences for those info on the bench radio. I still get views, but not as many as I used to. You know, at one time I used to get, you know, 100, 200. You know, going back months ago, you know, 4 months ago, 122. You know, the smaller videos, like the little clips, whether it being a couple of minutes or 10 minutes, never really got any views on it. It was like, you know, 36 views on that one. And that's because it was an upload. People tend to used to come here more, I think, when I was doing live streams. But even when I was doing live streams, like, you know, with the live kitchen event for a few hours, and it was like 3 hours, 14 minutes, and that's 4 months ago, 68 views. Bedroom stream with Xbox Connect 1.8 and 2.0, 4 months ago, 139 views. So the views have been going like from 30 to like 100, 120, 130. But that's over time, you know, like I could on that one night have like 5 people watching. And I find that was a bit, you know, a waste of time really. You know, why sit here and like spend time and effort and try to, you know, speak to a spirit, if there's a spirit here, or conjure up a spirit, whether doing a Ouija board or a spirit box or anything like that, kind of thing. And there's only 5 people watching. I don't want to be doing that because that's wasting my time. It's waste. I think it feels like it's wasting your time because like nothing's happening. We can't guarantee we're going to get anything on the spirit box. And sometimes I just didn't have the energy to do it, kind of thing. Congratulations on your marriage. I'm not going to be doing too many live streams. If I'm going to start doing live streams, it'll probably be in the new year now. I'll probably come on in and just do the odd, coffee time chat. But that'll be it. I'm not going to do no ghost boxing. I'm not going to do no Ouija boards. I feel like, if Abby and Tina are still here and, some of their strongest spirits are still here, they know how I feel. And, if they want to go and help someone else out, then, I'm okay with that. But I'm pretty sure they'll come back when I'm ready to come back and do some more stuff. But even if I do come back and do more stuff, am I going to get that activity again? Because it's like where a lot of people say you need to open yourself up. And I find it very difficult to open myself up. Very difficult. Even with emotional stuff, I find it very difficult to get emotional. The only time I got emotional more was at my dad's, when we was burying him, cremating him. And even that kind of was a little bit hard to be emotional, but, I did get emotional. And at my daughter's wedding, I got emotional over that kind of thing. I started crying, I was led into the room, where my daughter was in a wedding gown, and I was told to keep my eyes closed, and they opened the door. I'm thinking, well, where the fuck am I going? They ain't gonna throw cake at me or anything like that, kind of thing. And they led me into the room. And they said, right, turn. And I turned, and they said, open your eyes, and I opened my eyes, and there's my daughter, in a beautiful wedding dress, and I just choked up. We both hugged each other and both started crying a little bit. That was one of the best days ever. Apart from having the kids, yourself, when you have kids, that is an emotional, unbelievable, exciting time of your life, kind of thing. And seeing your daughter, getting married is also a emotional, exciting, kind of eventful kind of thing. it's got to be my other daughter Jessica and my son James to get married soon before I fucking croak it, I'm now 60, in December. We don't know how long we got, in our lifetime. I could go out and get fucking run over by a bus or something tomorrow. I could end up having a stroke or a heart attack or, just dropping down dead somewhere, and no one's gonna fucking avoid me. And if I drop down dead here and I ain't got no one contacting me, the only way people are gonna find out that I'm dead is by, the stench of your corpse rotting, you get, gosh, I was sticks in there, get the police comes in, get the ambulance, I kick the door down, and there's me rotting on the floor with maggots everywhere, Cats, the cat's got starving so badly she started eating me. Can you imagine that? But yeah, as I say, I'm just not going to do any paranormal this year. I might start trying next year. If I can, I'll start trying to save a little bit of money and going out and looking for a couple of locations and, take some ghost boxing and some EVP equipment and stuff like that. I might try Mitcham Common again, see if there's anything new over there. See, I've only got one person watching now, I think, at the moment. So, what's the point in doing channels, videos if no one's watching? It's just pointless. So, yeah, right. So that's it, really. All I've been doing is some gaming. Some nights I've been up all night gaming, because I'm playing this new one. I've been playing the Hunt and Call of Wild quite a bit, and not playing some of the other games I used to like playing, like Survival and Subsistence, and another game I used to play. I've kind of come off those because the developers are causing, like, they're bringing out more map upgrades and DLCs and stuff like that. But the problem is that they're not doing bug fixing. There's so much bugs in those games. I've had to stop playing them. So I've been playing Call of the Wild a lot more, and now they brought out on console Call of the Wild, the Angler. I've been playing that a bit more, and I've not been playing the Hunter Call of the Wild for like several days, But I will probably do a little session tomorrow because I did say, like, to my viewers, like, sorry I've not been playing those particular games, but some of them are just like getting a bit pointless playing them now because they've just got too many bugs, and they're bringing out, like more map extensions and DLCs without, fixing the bugs. And, I can't play a game which has got bugs and, like, it's stopping you from playing the game like they used to before they brought out the update, kind of thing. They need to, like, sit there, play it themselves, find out what bugs there are, do a beta release, which they have done, get people to test it, and then, like, only get a certain amount of people to test it, and let them report the bugs. And then, like, once they know what needs to be fixed, then they can actually, like, release the game to the public a bit more. And they're not doing that. And I'm not listening and reading people's comments about the bugs in the games. They're just more intent in making money, kind of thing. By buying the DLCs, like, this one here I'm playing, the Hunt, the Call of the Wild, the Anger. It's only just come out on console, just recently, about a month. And I've been playing it for about a week now. And they have got a DLC, which is the Norwegian map. I want to get it, but I'm not going to get it just yet because there's too much to do in the map that I'm doing. And there's, like, also tasks you can do. And I've not even done any of the tasks yet. So until I've done that, it's like with the Call of Wild the Hunter. Sometimes I will do the tasks to build up my XP and the monetization, so I can buy, like, decent weapons and, like, clothing and all that kind of stuff. Buy little dog biscuits for the online dog. But even, some of the maps tend to get a bit boring because, like, you're not finding anything on there. So I'll come off that for a little bit and I'll start playing this Angler one. Now, just recently, I did spend out a little bit of money buying a PlayStation 4 console. And I've been going to the car boot fairs and buying stuff over there and, like, trying to, like, not so much make money as in profit, but making a little bit of money in credit with CX, because you can go out and buy, like, a Pacific game from a car boot fair, and then you can actually trade it in with CX for, like, £3 or cash, or, like, £5 credit. So I've been going at car boot fairs and buying shit, not only have I been looking for stuff indoors, and I've got rid of one of my mobile phone, well, 2 mobile phones, a couple of Nintendo DS lights, the DVD player, and a few other bits and pieces, just to, like, not to get the money, but to make the credit. And last week I had £350 in credit. Now, if I decided to take the money, it would probably only been about £200. But I wanted to get the credit because I wanted to save up to go to Xbox X. And last week I had £360 in credit. And I knew there weren't much more in here that I had to take up to CX and trade in for credit wise. So I decided to pay the extra £70 on, through my credit card. So I've got myself an Xbox X now. I didn't want to get a PlayStation 5 because there's quite a few known problems with that one, like the HDMI cable, well, the HDMI port at the back tends to go a bit dodgy after a little while. The disk drive tends to like start packing up after a little while, and like it costs a lot of money to actually like get repaired. There's hardly any like issues or problems with the Xbox X. So I've got an Xbox X, and once I've got that, I do Xbox Game Pass, and there's a lot of games you can download on that. Xbox Game Pass Basic gives you access to a lot of games which you don't have to go and buy physically. But if you stop playing Xbox X and cancel the account, you lose all the games you've been playing. So once I've got the Xbox X, I kind of retired my Xbox One. That's up there on the shelving up there. It's like, there's a backup. I'm not getting rid of it. It's there as a backup in case the Xbox X suddenly like claps out. Good thing is Xbox X with CEX, you've got a 2-year warranty. If I paid cash and went to like cash converters, you only get 3 months warranty. So that's why I always go to CEX. Mind you, I did get me a PlayStation 4 from cash converters, and that was like £150 with a decent controller. I did get a PlayStation 3 backward compatible from the car boot fair last week, Wednesday. Guy said it definitely works. He wanted 35 for it, gave him 30. And I said, if it don't work, I'm bringing it back. They go, yeah, I've got to take, a picture of the serial number, so it covers him. I said, I don't care. If it don't work, I'm bringing it back. Well, next week, this Wednesday coming, it's going back because it doesn't work. It's overheating, it shuts down, the disk drive don't work. It wasn't working at all. It was like a red light death kind of thing. I did get it working for a little while, for about, I think the most time it worked was about 10 minutes. Then it just shut down because it was overheating. So I contacted the guy on YouTube who does like repairs. Sent him an email early. Well, I think it was like Thursday last week. Not had a reply from him. If he could repair it at a reasonable price, then I would like sent it out and got it repaired and paid the money for it. Because it is a decent like console. It plays backward compatible games on it. Just like the Xbox X, that plays certain games, old games, but not all of them. The PlayStation 4 is not backward compatible. If you want to play an PlayStation 3 game, the PlayStation 4 won't play it. If you want to play a PlayStation 1 game, the PlayStation 3 and 4 won't play it, but a backward compatible PlayStation 3 will play it. And that's the reason I bought it, because then if it was working, then I could have got rid of my other PlayStation console. But it don't work, so it's going back because I've not had no reply from the guy who I emailed to see if he would be willing to fix it. Now I'm going to be sorting out some of my cameras as well later. See if I've got not so much the ones which you have to buy chargers for, because that's going to cost money. You even if you go, take out to see it, you need a charger, and you don't get that much money for them. But the ones that take, normal batteries, I'm going to sort them out and see how much they're worth, and I'm just going to get rid of some of those. So I've got like about 20 cameras or whatever, kind of thing, and I don't really need them all. I was originally going to start giving some away, but I'm not even going to do that now. I was going to give them away on my channel, on this channel, but why should I do it when no one's here to watch and participate in the channel? So I ain't gonna bother. I'm gonna dig them out and check them out and see if they work, and if they work, and I can get a couple of quid on them, I'll take them up to CX and get a couple of quid and put that credit towards some games. But I took some games up to CX the other day and I got £26 credit on them. 3 games they wouldn't accept because one of them was NTSC American. They wouldn't take foreign games. One had a crack in it, and one had another problem with it. Can't remember what it was. I still got £26 out of it in credit. If I took cash, it would probably have been about 15 quid. But I took the credit and I got some more games. And yesterday, I just installed some of the games on it, and that was it. But going back to the paranormal, the problem with me, I always tend to keep swapping and changing subjects. I do apologise about that, but that's me. You should know me by now. I'll be talking about the paranormal and suddenly go on about gaming, and then suddenly go on to St. Coast, kind of shit. But if you still want to keep in touch with me, just go to my gaming channel. I think Ian just posted it actually. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Me bushcrafting. I might go up there next week just to get the memory card. Do a little video up there. Might do a little bit of repair work up there. So there might be a video up there next week. What's the other thing? I might try to do a little bit of nature walk stuff, but that be on my Outdoors Adventure channel, where I do milk detecting and magnet fishing. If I do a walk around and take a ghost box or something with me, then I might do something and put it up on here, but there's very likely I'll be doing it. But I'm going to try to save some money up and get out and do some stuff next year. Try and find a haunted hotel or something, and go and do a overnight session in a haunted room. I'd have to see if there's anything around this way before I start going anywhere else. I might even try to get my nephew. I know I asked my nephew a few years ago when we was at my niece's if I go down there to Kent, would he take me up to Jordan's Wood? And he said, yeah, but Aaron wouldn't do it. I know Aaron won't do it. Aaron's completely lost interest in paranormal. And I think that's because of his near-death experiences. Maybe he saw something that he didn't like when he was dead for a couple of minutes or whatever it was. And if you think about it, there's been a lot of stuff on media now where people report, their death experiences, they've woken up and someone has started scribbling this weird text, kind of thing. One guy reported that he saw himself raising out of his body. He could see everyone in the room, trying to resuscitate him. And he saw himself going back into his body. There's been a few more stories about that, recently. So, I'm going to shut off. If I do a coffee time chat, you'll know about it if you got me, on, notification. If you miss me, you miss me. If you catch me, you catch me. But I won't be doing much more on this channel. I'm not closing it down. It'll still be up for people to watch the videos, the older videos. where we did some pretty cool like live streams and cool stuff in here and whatnot. I still get views on that time to time, but not that often. But I will do a coffee time chat, but I don't know when yet. So take it easy. Love, light, peace, and all that kind of baloney, and I'll catch you whenever next. Might be next week, could be this week, it might be towards the end of the year. I don't know. I'll come on here when I feel like doing it. Alright, because have a good one. Bye for now. Have a good weekend. Bye.